Welcome all. I'm Sarah Bumgardner with AFMA, the American Armed Forces Mutual Aid Association. For over 144 years, we have been serving our military community to be the premier provider of financial solutions for the American Armed Forces community. And as the Director of Partnership and Member Engagement, I talk with other nonprofit organizations about what they are doing to help service members, their families, veterans, and the military community at large. And this week, we are talking about Military Saves Week. I have Krystel Spell. She is the manager of military programs at America Saves, and she's going to tell us all about the Veteran Saves Initiative, Military Saves Weeks, and everything we need to know to be financially ready in the military community. Thank you so much, Krystel, for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an exciting week for us here at
It
Military Saves and
is.
Veteran Saves.
Yeah, you guys are very busy this week. But before we kind of talk about that, I'd love for kind of the audience to know a little bit about how you found your way to helping service members and their financial readiness.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to talk about that. So my spouse is medically retired from the military. He's had his share of branches he's been in. He's been in the Marines, the Army, and right after that hopped into the National Guard. So I've definitely had a front seat, if you will, to military life.
Yeah.
Um, and so, during that time, before I came into Military Saves, I worked in building military audiences, digital communities online, and managing influencer campaigns for brands who wanted to like connect with the military community.
Yeah.
And by doing that, my first entryway into the financial part, if you will, was helping military spouse content creators earn income
Mm.
by monetizing their social platforms. So a lot of what I did centered around, creating spaces where military families, primarily military spouses, could get help with all things military life in a really down to earth, relatable way. And a big part of that was content creation and helping them understand the financial benefits of military life and informing them of military discounts and perks that were available to their families. So working with Military Saves has, allowed me to still support the military community and expand on those conversations and kind
Yeah.
of amplify that information that supports them in saving money and knowing how to access resources.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've not only been a military spouse yourself, right? But then in turn, taking that, empowering other military spouses, talking about finances and what being financially ready means. It sounds like you're at the perfect organization to be able to amplify that. So tell us a little bit about like what is Veteran Saves, right? What is that initiative?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. So to give a better understanding of Veteran Saves, I always say, like, let me share a little bit of background on our organization as a whole. So Veteran Saves is the newest initiative that operates under America Saves, which is our parent organization under the Consumer Federation of America. And so our mission organization wide is to really support everyday Americans, particularly the financially vulnerable, and achieving year round savings, reducing debt, building wealth. And our vision is really for them to, or those individuals to have a savings account with at least $500 on hand to meet unexpected expenses, an account that they can save successfully in and automatically. And we promote and talk a lot about automatic savings. So at America Saves, we have 4 programs that align with that core mission and vision. The programs provide, tailored support, financial education, tips, strategies, to meet those unique needs of the specific communities that or audience that we serve. So in my case, I work on Military Saves and of course our newest edition, Veteran Saves. And so Military Saves provides, personalized support to service members and their families, addressing, as we all know, if you're military, those unique financial challenges that come with moving frequently or
Yes.
military spouses having to leave their jobs. And so veterans were supported under Military Saves too, but we know veterans have their own unique circumstances that happens when
Yeah.
transitioning or leaving the military. And so prioritizing that was important to us as well, which is why we launched Veteran Saves. And Veteran Saves is our sister program. It's a joint venture with the Association of Military Banks of America and the Defense Credit Union Council. And really, the goal there is to equip transitioning military personnel. So these are military personnel who are leaving the military in 5 years or less, and existing veterans with those tips, strategies, resources, and really just putting into them that idea of financial confidence, bringing everybody into the conversation about money and saving, no matter where they are on their financial journey. And so we'll be talking a lot about key issues that tend to financially affect the military, the veteran community, I should say, like debt, financial stress,
Yeah.
being unbanked, being unhoused, obtaining their disability benefits, and just more issues that can result in financial instability or are the result of financial instability. So the way we do that is we partner with various organizations. So these include nonprofits, government agencies, academic institutions, and by doing that, we can continue to provide that tailored support, those resources to veterans based on their needs, their backgrounds, and their circumstances.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think that it's so important to recognize that different communities have different financial needs, right? And that especially our veteran population, being able to financially educate, which just empowers somebody
Yeah,
to be able to say, I know that at some point I will leave the service. Am I ready to do that financially? And what does that look like? Because I was a military spouse for 11 years, and there's a bit of a sticker shock when all of a sudden you realize, oh, wow, I was getting all of these things at a very low cost or no cost.
yeah,
And now I don't have that anymore. And so it can be shocking. And if you don't prepare for that, like you said, it can lead to greater things, right? It can lead to
yeah,
homelessness, it can lead to food insecurity. So it's really so
absolutely.
important that you guys have kind of brought that to light to say we need financial education for the service members and, of course, their families as well, but to really make sure that they understand what's going to happen when you leave the service and how to be financially sound in that. And so it sounds like
So,
you guys, with Veteran Saves, you directly are helping the service members by partnering with those other organizations and making sure that we're empowering, right,
yeah,
in
I'm
that.
excited about
Yeah, and so I know that within Veteran Saves is also the Military Saves Week. And so can you kind of share a little bit more about the Military Saves Week and kind of that day by day initiatives and what the goal is with that?
Yeah, we're excited. So today also, in addition to the launch of Veterans Day this week, is today's the first day of Military Saves Week. So Military Saves Week is an annual event that we host that takes place every April during National Financial Capability Month. This year's Military Saves Week starts today, April 24th, goes through April 28th. And it's really an opportunity for the military and veteran community to come together and have those conversations about financial readiness and saving. We truly believe that if all is well on the home front, then the service members can focus on their mission when they're working. So the week encourages members of the military, their families, veterans, caregivers to kind of pause and do that financial check-in, assess their finances, create a plan, set savings goals to support them, and really securing their financial future and building that financial confidence. And so this year, you've probably heard me mention the word financial confidence a lot. The overall theme of Military Saves Week this year is a financially confident you.
Mhm.
And really, again, with that, it's about bringing everybody into the conversation, letting them know that financial confidence is not just a dollar amount, it's not just how much you have in your bank account, but it's also about understanding how to utilize resources or knowing how to access resources and not be ashamed to do so to get you to the next point in your financial journey. So Each day during the week corresponds with a specific theme that focuses on different aspects of financial planning with the military lifestyle in mind. So on day one, the focus is on saving automatically. That's kind of set it and forget it.
Love
Um,
that.
yeah, and military life, it's a little bit easy to do that with allotments and stuff. And on day two, the theme is saving for the unexpected, which encourages saving for emergencies. But this is actually one of my favorite themes because a lot of times when you hear saving for the unexpected, you think of like, oh, something bad or saving for an emergency or something that's really inconvenient. But this also means saving for fun things too. So it can mean saving
Oh,
for a concert, unexpected leave time, and means you could go away somewhere. So it doesn't have to be bad. Day three focuses on saving for major milestones, home ownership, retirement, education. Day four is paying down debt is saving, which is a pretty easy one. If you can pay off your debt, you can have more money to save.
yeah.
And then day five is saving at any age, where we focus on primarily young people and children, but
Mhm.
to encourage them to save early.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. And I love kind of your passion when you talk about this. You can tell you really like this, like even coming up with the way that an emergency fund, right, or saving for a bit of an emergency fund could be for something fun. And that can make things a little bit more enjoyable, right? When you're talking about finances, sometimes people get a little weary talking about
yeah,
money and they don't want to talk about maybe resources, like you said, that could just help them get to the next place and
yes,
being able to save. And so I love the positivity that you bring to saving and how, that it's not something that should be not talked about or shameful in any way to be like, I need a little bit of help and I can go here. And that's going to allow me to be able to do this for my family next month. And that's a great way to look at your financial health, and your financial readiness. So I think that that's just awesome. I know that this whole week, it's right after tax season, right? So what a perfect time to say, okay, I've just had to submit, right, all of my things for taxes. So let me take a moment and see, what I can't pause and look at for every day of these initiatives and kind of, kick start off my savings if you
absolutely.
realize all of a sudden, oh gosh, taxes came around and I need to save better.
Yes, I know that tax season is not always, easy, but
Yeah.
I mean, there's positives with that. I mean, you can utilize, if you
Yeah.
are lucky enough to receive a refund, using that to jumpstart your savings is something you do. So we
Yeah.
try to look at the positive
Yeah.
of everything within that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Glass half full all the
Yes.
time. That's great. So, for those service members or organizations or businesses, even that are out there and they want to get involved with this initiative, they want to get involved with Veteran Saves, how can they do that?
Yeah. So actually, jumping back to just Military Saves Week, and that'll incorporate what
Yeah.
you're talking about a little bit. So for organizations, Military Saves Week, if you're not familiar with us, it's actually a good jumpstart into the military saves and even the veteran saves program, because this is that opportunity for organizations and companies and you know individuals to encourage those good savings habits and create those conversations.
Yeah.
So participating organizations can actually join in on Military Saves Week. One of the things we do is we utilize our Military Saves Week digital toolkit and resources. So this toolkit provides a variety of like new blog posts, video content, social media posts, graphics that can be used to maximize your participation in Military Saves Week as a participating organization. And so for on the saver side, military and veteran savers can actually join me in the America Saves team today for our Military Saves Real Ways to Save for Military Virtual Town Hall. And you can join that on Facebook. I believe there'll be a link shared. So that's one way. But to answer your question, how do you get involved? So starting technically tomorrow, 425, veteran savers will be able to go to veteransaves.org. They'll be able to take the Veteran Saves Pledge. That's one of the other easy ways to get involved. The Veteran Saves Pledge is a commitment that individuals take to themselves to save money to reduce debt, build wealth. And by taking this pledge, individuals are making that commitment to take control of their finances, and work towards those financial goals. The pledge is a simple tool. It's available on militarysaves.org, and it will be available on veteransaves.org. And again, it just helps you stay focused on your financial goals and, make saving a part of your regular routine. And so to take the pledge, individuals, they visit the site, they fill out a brief, like 1 minute form. So it's nothing too major. And by taking that, you'll receive the support and resources from Veteran Saves and Military Saves if you do the Military Saves pledge throughout the year. So that includes, emails, savings tips, encouragement, and just reminders to stay on track. So we're there to kind of guide you along the way. And when you take that pledge, you're choosing a goal you want to save for. So it could be something really small or something really big, like a house, whatever it is. And we'll provide you with tailored, helpful nudges and tips and strategies to help you reach that goal.
That's great. And I know, I mean, AFMA we're such a champion of what Military Saves does. And I've loved partnering, with Military Saves Week. And we, have utilized your toolkit, and we're all geared up for the week, to be able to share that information and to be able to inform not only our members, but the military community at large. Like you said, to just take pause and how can you get involved with this? And this is just such a great week to do that. And you have so much going on. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today about Military Saves Week, about the town hall and the toolkits and just all the ways that we can get involved in this, because it's so important, and bring awareness to it. So thank you so much, Krystel, for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. And we're so grateful for AFMA's support. And we're just excited to launch this with you as a founding supporter. So we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we are too. Well, that's going to wrap up our AFMA Live for today. I'm Sarah Bumgardner, of course. And if you would like more information about AFMA and financial readiness within the military community, of course, you can subscribe to our AFMA Learning Hub here using the QR code on the screen. I want to say thank you again to Krystel, for joining me today,
Thank
and thank
you.
everybody out there in the audience. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you here at our next LinkedIn Live.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.